Hello everybody, welcome to World Monologue Games. It is fantastic to have you here this evening. You are watching Youth Australia in the AFL Grand Final, the games, and it is going to be a hell of a show. We have 4 youth category events in the World Monologue Games. We've just had a show a couple of hours ago. This is the third of our 4. Let me tell you a little bit about the World Monologue Games. Well, first of all, introduce myself. I'm Pete Malicki. I'm the founder of the event and your host. World Monologue Games was set up last year in response to COVID and lockdown and the impact it was having on the creative industries. And the emphasis is on the performance rather than the technology. So it is designed to be as accessible as possible. And I think we've achieved that because this year we have had thousands of people sign up. We have put 350 performers into the regional finals, and from across 51 countries. And the youth category has about I don't even know how many. I don't know that stat off the top of my head. About 70 of those regional finalists. You as our wonderful viewers are going to get to vote to help select who goes through to the global finals, the best of the best from each of the 6 categories across World Monologue Games. You can't vote yet. I will come back on at the end of the show and explain more about the voting. If you want to support the event or the performers, please hit the like button. That helps us reach more people, particularly while we're live. Subscribe to this channel, and that also helps us reach more people, and it helps us reach you again. Leave a chat message or a comment for our actors to show them some love. Couple of disclaimers. You might see some strong language or adult themes in the show tonight, so please be warned. If you're sensitive to anything, it might be included. You might see the same performer more than once, and that's because some performers submitted multiple times and the judges really like them. You might even see the same monologue performed more than once, and that's because we let people pick whatever they want. What else do I need to say? Probably not all that much for now. I'm going to play a little message from our global ambassador, actor Chen Tang from Milan and the TV series Warrior. And then I'm just going to hand straight over to our performers. I'll come back on at the end to explain more about that, how the voting works, and to talk a little bit more about the wider youth category. But for now, here's Chen, and then directly over to the performers. Enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, welcome. You are now watching the regional live stream finals for the World Monologue Games, and we have got a hell of a show for you today. I can't wait for you to see some of these amazingly talented actors, so sit back, get comfortable, and enjoy the show.
I hate you, Mum. No, I won't take it back. I will not. Oh, I meant it. I do. My life is horrible, and it's all your fault. We used to be a family. We used to have meals together and take trips together and live in a house, for crying out loud. Now we're stuck in this lousy apartment, and I never see Dad because you chased him away. Yes, you did. You chased him away with your constant complaining and whining and screaming. I was there. I ought to know. Good reason. You had a good reason. Good enough to ruin my life. You weren't happy. Well, what about me, Mom? Did you ever ever once stopped to think about me. Remember me? You don't love me. Don't lie. I said stop lying. You love me about as much as you love Dad, which is not at all. You're lying again. You never, ever loved Dad. All your bickering at Dad and all your lies to me about how you and Dad used to love each other. But things had changed. Mom, why? Why? I used to love you so much. Why? Why? Why did you have to make me hate you like this?
The baby cries. I open my eyes. It's darkish. The digital clock beside Barry reads 6:07. The baby needs a feed. Oh, the videos need to go back today, and I need a coffee. I need to inquire about yoga. Gwyneth Paltrow does yoga. Maybe if I do yoga, then my life will begin to resemble Gwenny's. Why does the baby need a feed? The baby down the road is sleeping through. That baby's a week younger than our baby. What's wrong with our baby? Is it the light? Is it the cold? Or is it my diet? What are we doing wrong? Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that curry. I should have said no to the curry. Oh, I'm a selfish, horrible, stupid, greedy mother. Oh, what's wrong with our baby? Screaming now. Clomp, clomp, clomp. It's Amy. Amy gets into bed. How many countries are there in Africa? I don't know, Amy. I'm trying to feed the baby. I don't know. I don't know, but I should know. I should know, but I don't know. Switch breasts. Ben's in the kitchen. I want Cocoa Slams. No, yes. Cocoa Slams are evil, Ben. Cocoa Slams are not evil. Cocoa Slams are breakfast cereal. But everyone else says that they get to have Cocoa Slams, and how come I'm allowed to have Cocoa Slams? Okay, eat the Cocoa Slams, eat the damn Cocoa Slams. What's wrong with Ben? Oh, he's only 8 years old and he already hates me. Oh, I've ruined the last 8 years because I'm an egomaniac and a control freak. It's not his fault, it's my fault. I'm the mother. I am the mother. He's the child. How many countries are there in Africa? I don't know, Amy. I'm trying to fold the washing. Oh, look, sweetheart, how many do you think there are? All right, let's just say 30.
You want to know why I did it? I get it. But really? There are hundreds of reasons. So it's more like, why didn't I do it sooner? Madison is always like shoving those bags that cost like $1,000 or whatever, like shoving them on my desk when she walks by and telling me about how she's donating her Jimmy Choo shoes to the thrift shop. And maybe I can afford them there. She also flirts with my dad. Did you know that? Yeah. When he picks me up from school, she always finds a way to bend over, like she's in some movie. And she invited all the girls in our grade to the spa. Except me. They went in a hot and cold sauna. I could keep going. But the last thing she did, right before I got called into your office, and I really hoped all of this makes sense to you now. She tripped me in the cafeteria with those orange shoes. I didn't even get my lunch yet. That's why the... Oh, this isn't blood on my shirt. It's pizza sauce. From when I fell. So, I think you can understand why I finally took one of those Jimmy Choo shoes off her feet and smacked her Invisalign mouth with it. I mean, come on. She was going to donate them anyways.
You, as a person, I could tell. You're a born grouch. You may come in here and smile and act all polite and speak in a soft voice. But deep down, I know, for certain, that you're a grouch. It's in the eyes. I've stared at you from all different directions, and not because I'm interested in you, but staring helps me prove my point that you're a grouch. The way you hold your newspaper, for instance, it's so intense. Too intense. The way you tune everybody else out entirely. The way you get up to go to the bathroom even, or get into your car. The way you move is just so damn heavy. Yes, it's all smiles at me, but it's an agenda. Your agenda to take me on a date, which, to be frank, I'm not interested. Because it's all a deliberate charm. Your cologne, your gestures, all put on. I see right through you. And I don't like it one bit. Have a great day.
I lived for praise. I had to be excellent in everything so that I would be praised and find approval. Because inside, I was nothing. Everything had to come from the outside because I had nothing to give myself. And yet, I never wanted to rely on others. I wanted to be strong, independent, self-sufficient. But I was so empty. I was completely dependent on what others thought of me. So I was nice to everyone. I never expressed an opinion, never rocked the boat, never disagreed with anyone. I just had to keep everyone so happy with me. It's like I was playing dead. I had no needs. I had no feelings. People tried to talk to me, but it's like their words were coming through fog that blurred their sound so much I couldn't comprehend what they were saying. I became so lost in my own world that their words couldn't reach me. It got to the point where even praise became meaningless. All I wanted was to disappear. I began exercising. I stopped eating. I dressed in loose clothes to hide my body, but it didn't work. Can't they just leave me alone? It's not about them. Starving, it's like a drug. It drives you crazy. I do everything with food, but eat it.
I feel empty. Like there's no one left. I mean, obviously there are people left, but I mean like real, genuine connections. Because I'm surrounded by people who love and care for me, but all I feel is out of place and unwanted. Like I'm burdening them by breathing. I'm in a crowded room full of friends. Everyone talking and laughing, and then my mind detaches from my body and I see myself. Well, a shell of myself. Sitting at the back, vacant expression, eyes dark and unreadable. No one notices. I mean, why would they? Because I can cover it with a joke about trauma and make fun of how I look, because as long as I say the right thing and smile enough, everything else is overlooked. And then I wonder why they put up with me. Because when I look in the mirror, I hate what I see. I look at my face and body and I can't believe it's actually me. When I catch my reflection, a tear falls from my face. Because I just know how easily I can be replaced. I'm an intruder in my own life and a villain in every movie. And then I hear whispers from friends I once knew. She was a girl with a spark in her eyes, a big, bright, blindingly white smile always on her lips. She was the center of life. Until one day, classrooms felt cold and parties went quiet. The once light in her eyes, now gone. The bright, radiant smile she used to have now turned to gray. Her once shining aura had been diminished to a weak, flickering light unable to relight itself. There's no hope for her. Her light's gone out.
All right, I will. Just listen and make what sense of it you can. You know I've been going out for weeks by myself, trying to think. I wandered all over the place. It doesn't matter where. Then one day, about 3 weeks ago, a man sat down next to me in the bus. He turned to look straight into my eyes. He had the funniest expression I ever saw, sort of pity. At first I thought he was trying to pick me up, but it wasn't that. It took me a few minutes to work it out, but what I was seeing was approval. Do you know I'd forgotten what it's like to be looked at without criticism? I was so embarrassed I got up and left. He immediately got up to and followed me. I began to walk very fast down one street, and he walked just as fast behind until we were both almost running. In the end, I dived into Achilles, the hairdresser, and had quite an unnecessary shampoo. He was waiting for me when I came out, leaning against Asprey's window. I don't expect you to believe what I'm going to tell you, but it's every word true. First, let me tell you the oddest thing about this whole affair. I call it an affair because it is one. When I say we meet every day, I don't mean we make a date. All that happens is that everywhere I go, he's sure to follow like Mary's little lamb. He's a pure genius at following. You never see him until he decides to show himself. Then he just pops up and click like that. I suppose at the start I ought to have been scared, but I never was. Of course, I realised he must be the loneliest man in town, but then in a way, I was the loneliest girl. I have had the most intimate relationship of my life with someone I have never spoken to. When I'm with him, I live.
It was just a day. I guess you'd call it average, like one of those days when you're complaining about how unfair the geometry final was, or what a pain in the ass that kid Lance is. And when you finally get home from school, your parents ask you how your day was, and you just shrug your shoulders. You go sit in front of the TV and watch some stupid rendition of Teen Life written by a burned out 40-something-year-old guy from LA. It was just normal. And then you hear this noise. I would say gunfire, but that's not what it sounds like because it's nothing like it sounds in the movies. And normal is turned inside out like one of those frogs in biology class. You don't exactly know what's happening, but you know it's bad, and you know right then and there that it's going to take you years to recover from this. You're like, this is traumatic. I'm experiencing trauma, and it races through your body like a terrible disease, and your heart is in your throat, and you feel like you're going to choke to death if it beats again. And then you get this rush of adrenaline, like one of the animals on National Geographic who suddenly realizes they're surrounded, and your feet are moving and you're running faster than you've ever run before, and you don't even know where. You're doing this thing called saving your life, and your brain is completely offline. And then there are these people there holding you, telling you it's over. They're shoving pamphlets in your face about why bad things happen to good people and where was God, and your parents and your teachers and all the politicians keep telling you that you need to be talking about this, and the only thing you want to do is sit in front of that TV and watch that stupid show written by LA guy and laugh at the evil cheerleader witches, but even he's sobered up and he's writing about trauma and violence and how to process pain, and there's nowhere you can go to escape it except in your head. So you pass your time reading the dictionary, hope to hell you feel better about things before you hit Zyra, but you'll always keep your running shoes handy, just in case you hear that noise again, just in case you have to run for your life.
When we first met, it was like nothing I'd ever experienced. I'd heard people talk about it before, but I thought it was just something from fairy tales, in poems, in books. But when our eyes locked for the first time, it was instantaneous. Love! Oh, how I love you and miss you so much. Your mama loves you more than anything in the whole world. I miss you every day. So much. So very much. My little boy. My baby boy. What am I supposed to do without you? What am I supposed to do without you? What am I supposed to do without you? Let's just try to keep on going. Try to find my purpose, my reason. When I look into the eyes of another child, your love is reflected. The laughter of children reminds me of all the love there is in the world. Every smile that I share is you shining through me, and every step that I take is with you in my heart. But something is missing from inside, and I will never be the same.
Something inside me broke the moment we said goodbye. When I gave you up to heaven. When your heart stopped beating, my life ended too.
Look, I know you haven't felt well lately. I know that you aren't well, so it makes it hard for me to tell you this. I wish we were close. I wish we were friends. I don't like waking up in the morning, scrambling your eggs while you're shouting obscenities in the background at me about things that don't deserve shouting. I understand it's hard for you. I get that. But you forget that I'm a person. I'm not, some worker you've hired to cook and clean. I'm your daughter. I don't feel like your daughter, but I am, I guess. These are the cards we were dealt, Mum. Be nice to me. I'm worth enough to be treated nice. Treat me nice before I have an outburst. A real outburst. I'm talking sumo outburst. Huge. So, treat me nice. Do you want more coffee?
Oh, hi, sorry about all the rescheduling. Oh, crap. Sorry, hang on a moment, I forgot there's this pill I need to take or else I get all weird. I know I brought them. Just 1 second, sorry. They've got to be in the... Sorry. You know what? Whatever. It'll be fine. No, it's no big deal. It's just a precautionary drug, Won't kill me if I don't take it for one night. I may just be a little bit out of whack. You probably won't even be able to tell, It's whatever. So, anyway, it's so nice to finally meet you. Oh yes, so nice to finally put a name with a face.
You're funny. You're cute. He's not cute. You just haven't been out in a while.
That is not true. He's good looking.
Shh! You're embarrassing yourself.
Quit freaking out!
What? Why are you jumping all over me? She started it, girls.
Don't fight. What would your father say? Oh, let him fight. You stay out of this. Hey, leave him alone. You just met him. Oh, he can take care of himself. Who brought the monkey? Not me. Not me.
Not me.
I did. I'm so sorry. A monkey? Come on. You better behave yourself, young lady, or you're getting grounded. Get off her case, woman. Oh, look. The pills. Okay, it's starting to kick in now. In a couple of seconds, I'll have settled into a single personality. But don't worry. 9 times out of 10, it's one of the normal ones. Ooh.
You know, actually there is a word for that. It's love. I'm in love with her, okay? If you're looking for the word, that means caring about somebody beyond all rationality and wanting them to have everything that they want, no matter how much it destroys you, it's love. And when you love someone, you don't give up. You don't quit, ever. Even when the whole world rolls their eyes at you and calls you crazy, even then, especially then, you don't give up. Because I could just give up. If I could just take the whole world's advice and move on and find someone new, that wouldn't be love. That'd be some other disposable thing that's not worth fighting for. And that's not what this is. So can you just please give me the locket?
I'm in a bit of a jolly mood today. It's Saturday, I have nowhere to be. Newspaper to one arm, coffee in hand, under that bench in the park that no one ever sits at. It faces the wrong way, but it's perfect if you just want to enjoy the breeze and read the newspaper. I stop when I come across a car that is full of stuff. I mean, full. Entire boot, backseat, and passenger seat are packed to the roof. The only available space is the driver's seat, and still that's got junk spilling into it. Homeless guy sitting on the bonnet. Wanna know how I can tell? The piss stink, filthy clothing, and the fact that he lives in a car is a bit of a giveaway. I think to myself, poor guy, he wouldn't choose this life. Must be miserable. Perhaps the kindness of a stranger will give him a lift. I even imagine that if enough people are nice to him, he'll pull himself together. So I give him my coffee. He takes it, a bit like it's a chore. I pause for the thank you that never comes. The appreciative smile or the nod of acknowledgement doesn't come either. He's down in his luck. I shrug and I walk off. 5 seconds later, I march right back up to him and slap the damn thing right out of his hand. I didn't have to give that to you, you know. Yeah, your life's a mess, but no one is beyond a drop of gratitude. I don't know what he does. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just stares blankly. Still no eye contact. You know what your problem is? You don't care about anything. You might as well go kill yourself. I march right back off to the park while he just sits on his bonnet and stares blankly at nothing.
I'm trying! It's not always as easy as you think. I have so much going on in my life, and I can only do so much. I know you think I'm Wonder Woman. I know how things look to you and everybody else on the outside. I'm still only 16 and sacrificing so much of my youth for what I want in life. I get that this is what I want, and I've brought this upon myself. You are right. This is what I want, but you can't continue to burden me with things you need me to do for you. I don't have time to run to the store on the way home from practice when I have exams and homework on top of all of it. I don't have time to have hour-long dinners with you and the family, or do chores, or any of the things that all the other girls my age do. I can't even date anyone, or go to house parties, or any of it. It's not that I don't want to do those things. Well, I can do without the chores, but I need to be disciplined and fully committed to figure skating. You know this, Mum. You know what this means to me. Please try to understand me better. I'm not your typical teen.
I don't know how it started.
No, that's a lie. I know how it started. I just don't know how it got out of control. Just a few kilos, I kept telling myself. Once you drop 2 sizes, then everything will be back to normal. I've never considered myself overweight. However, I knew I was a little chunkier on the bottom half than I was supposed to be. Didn't help when my friend and I were talking about having trouble fitting jeans. She said, "You're so different. You're so tiny on top and then round out. Misproportioned." After that, I decided I was going to start exercising to lose the weight. I worked out every day after school and on weekends. I only ate low-calorie food, and I only lost 1 kilo in a few months. So I started to skip meals. Not eating lunch wasn't such a big deal. My school has a messed up schedule. The lunch hour was at 11, and I wasn't hungry anyway. Then I stopped eating breakfast. After a while, I'd lie to my parents saying I ate in the break at work, when in fact I tossed the supper that Mum packed out. Now I can't stop. I'm so obsessed, and I know something's wrong with me. But is it so wrong to want to be thin? Now people look at me and they notice me. Now boys think I'm attractive. I want to be attractive. I want to wear the trendy clothes. I want to look good, but how can I keep this size if I start to eat regularly? I can't. That's right, I can't. I know what I'm doing is wrong, but it's the only way. And I've accepted that.
Before we moved here, we had this big dog named Scout. Mom said he was a total mutt, but I think he was also part collie, and maybe part golden retriever. Scout was supposed to be the whole family's dog, but he was really mine. I mean, after school, it was me he would be waiting for. And at night, it was always my bed he slept in. But before we moved here, we found out we weren't allowed to have pets. So I had to give him away to one of my cousins. I don't really talk about it that much, but sometimes I dream about Scout. He's got his ball in his mouth and he's looking for me. And I'm saying, "I'm here, Scout. I'm right here." But he can't see me and he can't hear me. And I'm saying, "I'm here, Scout. I'm right here." And then, I don't know, I guess I wake up. I wonder if Scout dreams about me.
What you wanna be, float your mind and listen to the beat. Rockin' to the levels, you're so fortunate free. Looking up in her eyes, they mean to say.
What a fantastic grand final. Congratulations to all of the players. It was fantastic. Good stuff. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. What can I say? Just a few more things before I talk about how to vote. So if you would like to get involved with World Monologue Games, you can sign up now for next year. You can register as a fan and get the notifications of our upcoming events, or you can sign up as an actor to get involved in 2022. There is a link in the description of this video. There are many links in the description section. Shout out to our sponsors, Nyakachana and Arts Business Academy. They are donating $5,000 of cash prizes to give out to the winners, which is very, very generous. And some of that will go to our youth winners. We also have a film festival. If you're interested in a little challenge, then World Monologue Film Festival is pretty cool. We have a few different rules to make it a fairly unique kind of filmmaking format. So it has to be shot in one continuous take. There has to be camera movement. There can only be one actor on screen. And we do consider everything, all of the filmmaking things, and not just the performance. So check that out and give that a go if that sounds interesting. We'll be running that after the global finals. World Monologue Film Festival will kick off then. Now, you as our viewers get to vote for your favorite performers from this show. So I am just updating the description of the video on YouTube. And that means there is now a link to the voting form. You might have to refresh the screen if you're watching live, otherwise it should just be there. Voting is open for 48 hours from the end of the event. Hit the show more button or the little arrow to directly below the video if you're looking for the video description. Couple of things, please, performers, don't try to vote for yourself twice. And performers and parents, please don't share the voting link, only share a link to the YouTube video to encourage more people to watch the show. It's been fantastic to see so many people watching live. Thank you very much. Please hit that like button or subscribe or leave a chat or a comment. All of those things will help encourage YouTube to promote this video to more people. It's a great way to support the performers. Look, that's enough from me. This is the third of our 4 youth shows. We have another show tomorrow. It's Youth UK. Had to check my cheat sheet just to make sure. We just had another show which has just had hundreds and hundreds of viewers over the last few hours, which is really fantastic. And Youth Africa last night, it is a very popular category. You can still see all of those shows, and voting is still open at this very moment in time. So check them out. Go to our website, monologues.com.au/WMG for World Monologue Games. Click on the timeline or see the links directly on the homepage. Okay, guys, that's all from me. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.